Welcome, Capricorn, to your end of the month of May reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Remember, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, go ahead, throw that away. It's meant for someone, not for you. Okay. And if this doesn't resonate, go ahead and watch your rising moon or Venus. Okay, might resonate more for you. Best message. And I have been doing all the lives as well for love and other things. Yes, love can take a big place in these general readings, but those are literal love readings. So if you're interested in those, you can go watch those as well. I'm trying to do a lot of lives, guys. I'm trying to boost it up. Best message for the beautiful Capricorn. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you really like this, hit that big old like button. Keep this channel going strong. And I love reading your guys' comments as well. So, you know, you can leave down where you're, you know, where you are coming from, if this resonates. However, okay. Best message coming in. Just emojis as well. Sometimes that's fun as well. Silly emojis. Oh, what do we have here, guys? Judgment being called over here. Definitely having some kind of rebirth, some kind of karmic cycles coming to an end. Having this second chance. The horn is being blown. Well, I've got a lot of angels over here, angelically and divinely guided towards whatever you're going after. That's for sure with all these angels. Got the devil. And Capricorn energy, your own energy. Remember, the devil doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just saying, hey, you know what? I'm moving to the top. It doesn't have to be always destruction. It could just be, I'm moving towards my material. I'm hardworking. You know, I'm grounded. I'm moving towards what I really want. And that's really what I'm getting out of this. Now, for some of you, it could say, I'm also getting out of a toxic relationship, right? Something that's toxic around me. But I'm really stable, you know, and grounded in getting to my Nine of Cups. You really see it here. And you're being divinely guided towards this place, this stable place for you. Look at that. We got 14, 15. Interesting, interesting. For the 9, for the ending. But you're definitely being divinely guided through this situation. If that's toxic, we will see if it's toxic as well. Because it could say, hey, you know what? I put down a lot of firm roots over here in my own energy. And I'm being divinely guided towards my wish fulfillment. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Could be dealing with someone you feel is a little impulsive. So it could be a little toxic. I'm divinely guided towards something that's going to help me. Out of the 8 of Swords. Let's just look at this for 1 second. There's high expectations when it came to this person that you're dealing with. Could have been a karmic. It looks like a karmic soulmate that you were dealing with. And you're being divinely pushed away from this relationship so that you can go find true love. True love, true happiness, one or the other. Maybe you just want to be single, you know, you're like, I'm done for a while. But whatever it is, it's going after your true contentment and satisfaction. Looks like this karmic relationship is coming to an end. Looks like you had higher expectations for this person to maybe change their ways. And it just became very unachievable. Your expectations of what they were going to do, they just kept falling. They just could not keep up with the standards that you wanted for some of you. So you felt very self-imposed and very imprisoned in this relationship. You just felt a little entrapped. And now you're being divinely guided away from this situation. Clarify on the angels. Yep, transitioning, moving away. Moving away from this situation, taking yourself out of this situation. It's almost like you're divinely pushed. Like, I have nothing left here. Everything is done. I'm releasing this. I'm going to find my freedom where I want to be happy. This is a very unhappy relationship. It's like, almost feels like maybe they were making you feel like they had high expectations of you, and that you couldn't meet those standards. Okay, or it's either vice versa. Maybe you both had high expectations of each other, right? And it just wasn't working. This does look like this is going to be a very hasty move that you're making. You're settling right in. You're ready to discover your Nine of Cups. You just felt like there's limitless power here. This is not working. These expectations of them or myself or both of us, we just can't meet in the middle. Maybe that's what it is too, my friends. Maybe you guys can't meet in the middle. Maybe they have expectations of you doing one thing and you expect them to do something else, and there's no meeting in the middle. Yeah, absolutely. Closing the chapter. Yep. Closing this chapter down. Going on your own merry way. You feel overcommitted to this situation where you just can't find any balance. So this is what it looks like. It looks like you guys both have some kind of standards that you guys just cannot meet in the middle with. So this is ending. Spirit says it's done. With the sun over here, it's like the biggest yes card. There's a blessing. You're leaving this situation so you can go find the blessing that you deserve. You have all these other options and other things going on within this situation. Could it be a job? Okay, if you guys are saying, hey, you know what, this is not my love life, this is my job. Maybe they have higher expectations of you and you're like, excuse me, I already overcommit myself to you. For a lot of you, though, it does feel love related. If you know it's a job, go ahead and put it in that area, because you do have something better coming. There's a blessing in disguise coming for you. There's definitely a rebirth, and we see the rebirth here, but it's like the Spirit is saying this is no longer good for you. For some of you, there is a divorce coming or some kind of maybe legal matter coming out of the situation. For others of you, it's just justified from from the universe over here that, you know what, it's time to get back to what I love. You may be having some kind of nostalgia too. Okay, bringing in some kind of nostalgia with the situation. The nostalgia is on the blessings, on the sun, and it's wanting the success, nostalgia of wanting something different, exploring my heart. It just feels like you have new feelings and newfound love somewhere else for what it is you truly want. Yeah, so this is going to be a Ten of Swords to the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. I have all three here. So you could be telling them, I'm sorry, I got to go. Or maybe they're telling you as well, hey, you know what, this isn't going to work. But you do feel like, it feels to me like you're telling them this is not going to work. They may feel a little defeated at this time. They may even feel like they might have had a lost opportunity or a missed chance with you. But I also feel like you are feeling like you're missing out on stuff by staying in a relationship or at this job, at this place that I'm not happy. Right? I'm missing out on a lot. This is not where my heart is. No. So there's a lot of new disappointments coming in when it comes to this situation. It's a slow leave, but you're actually going to where you feel more responsible. And it feels like you're being responsible to your heart, to yourself. That's really what this is. The Knight of Pentacles, is really saying, I'm being responsible to myself for allowing myself to get out of something that is not a good investment for me anymore. It's not working. There's just not enough time. I'm finding that blissfulness within yourself, finding that inner happiness, going to where your heart's content is. So you have a new job, you're going to go towards something that makes you happy. Maybe you're going to work at home, right? Maybe you're going after whatever. Maybe it's, maybe you found a new love. Maybe you're just in love with yourself, and you're just like, I just want that love for myself back. I'm tired of giving it away for somebody who's not on the right page with me. Okay, so there is a huge transition coming with the Tower. Okay. So it does look like there's going to be some alone time for you, right? You're just not going to feel like you want to go out and mingle or do anything at this time. It just looks like I'm just doing me. Okay, so I'm going to make this tower moment. This tower moment is going to change everything. It just feels like you have lack of commitment right now. I'm just done. Yeah, it looks like you guys are just single for a while. You're like, I'm done. I'm finding the passion within myself for a while. Yeah. You might even feel like this person had lack of commitment. Maybe they wouldn't commit to you. Okay? Maybe they isolated themselves a lot. Maybe they just never could commit the way you wanted them to commit. They were always procrastinating. So you're just kind of like they were back and forth, back and forth. And maybe towards the end here, it was even more so. Maybe you felt really restless about the situation, really feeling that everything is unpredictable, like things are really kind of crumbling down towards the situation. It's almost like the relationship just is getting worse and worse and worse, and we're getting further and further away from each other. They seem to maybe be hermiting themselves out a lot, keeping themselves away from you, and it's kind of like, okay. And then when you go towards them, it's like they have this raw emotion, and you're like, okay, so what's wrong with you? Why are we, so you're having higher expectations of the way they're acting, but it looks like there could even be some confusion. The Three of Cups, there might even be somebody else in the way for some of you, not many of you, but for some of you, there could have been, right? Could have been some third-party interference going on in the end. It doesn't mean it has to be cheating. It could just be that maybe they're more worried about their job, or they're watching too much TV, or you know what I mean. They're whatever is taking their attention away from you. Okay. Whatever is taking their attention away from you could be one of the reasons why there's this lack of interest. So you just feel like there's a lack of interest, like they even became more uninterested towards the end. And I think that that's really what kind of maybe even got your attention to let this go, was the lack of attention. Yeah. Feeling like their mind is somewhere else. Their attention is somewhere else. That starts happening, then you just know that raises some questions. It raises some what's going on within the situation? So it's like fleeing, yeah, there it is, fleeing responsibilities, fleeing attention, lack of stability within this relationship. You might feel like they're being a little selfish by not including you in their life. And this could be really what's really bringing on this big tower. And, between the two of you is just really realizing, I don't want to try anymore. I don't want to try anymore. I'm done. I want to walk away from this situation. I feel like, it's almost like they may have even more self-love for themselves, and they are not giving out enough compassion towards you. So take that how it resonates. There's all kinds of shit that's going on over here. But we do know one thing, the ship is sinking. And you're watching it sink, and you're going to bail on your raft over here, getting in your little boat over here, your little safety raft, and you're going like, I'm out before the whole thing just falls into a place of true disharmony, fighting. See what I'm saying? Because I don't see any fighting or nothing. It's just like, I'm done. I got to go. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like we're just going to have this kind of compromise. I want to keep it balanced because I want to trust in my own feelings. I know what I feel. And this is not right. Okay. This is not right. So I want to let this go. Okay. So yeah, I do feel like that's exactly what's happening. It's almost like they're moving further and further away from you, and something else has their attention. And it could just be work in itself. Maybe they're, workaholics or something. But it seems like it's more than normal. Yeah. Okay. So it does look like within your situation, you will have big happy changes at the end. Just kind of getting back to yourself, not feeling like you or have to give to something that's not 100% giving back to you. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. And if you like this, hit that big old like button. Until next time. Bye-bye.